Christmas spirit. The joyous feeling that you get every single time of year right there towards the end of November. Right after you're done eating that Thanksgiving turkey and you feel all joyous and fuzzy inside because it is the Christmas time of year. Otherwise known as that feeling that I think is dying. Let's talk about it. So what is the Christmas spirit? To me, the Christmas spirit is that little fuzzy feeling that you get inside when you start buying presents for other people, and that feeling that you can't wait for them to open it up so that way you can see the facial expression of joy as they open up something that they will inevitably probably just forget about after a couple days. It's also that feeling that you get when you drive down the street of a neighborhood and you see all the houses lit up with all the Christmas trees and stuff like that. It makes you feel a little bit more joyous than normal. It's also that joyous feeling that you get on Christmas morning when you go downstairs or out into your living room and you see all the presents underneath the tree and everyone gathers around as a family to enjoy upon the Christmas season. Over the past couple years, I've kind of noticed a trend that it seems like people just aren't feeling the spirit anymore. And originally I thought maybe that's just me. I mean, hell, this year has been a year from hell for me because I officially got diagnosed as being depressed. So I was thinking maybe this year, it's just me. I don't think so anymore. As I was driving around the city with my folks trying to look at Christmas lights, I was noticing that a lot of the streets were just completely dark. Something that usually wasn't a thing that we usually saw back in the day. Not only that, but Christmas cards also seemed to be a dying thing as well. It also just seemed like overall people just weren't as joyous this time. It seems like in years past everyone was always so jolly and they were always so excited for this Christmas season and would try and spread around the joy and the happiness and the fa la 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 la. But this time, not so much. So what is up with the holiday spirit if it is dying out and I am correct about this? What could be the cause? Well, I think one of the main causes that we're going through is right now technology is evolving, and with technology evolving, we're starting to lose some of our old-fashioned traditions. Going ahead and buying Christmas cards and then having to send them out and handwrite in every single one of them is not something that is very time efficient and is usually pretty costly anymore. With the price of postage and then the cards themselves, it's just an expense that I don't think many people want to spend nowadays. Combine that with the fact that most of them have to be personalized and we're living in more of a lazy society, it seems like I think Christmas cards will probably become obsolete probably within the next 10 years. With everyone usually being on social media anymore, you could just easily sign your name digitally onto a little GIF and go ahead and send that to your local friends for a little ha 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 instead of the fa la la. Pretty fucking clever. Also, with the spirit of gift giving, with everything being online with Amazon or eBay or something like that, you can go ahead and just buy stuff online and have it sent directly to whoever you want it to go to. Hell, you can even probably pay for packaging. I know Amazon does it. Who the hell wants to wrap anyways? You could just stuff it in a bag. $5 extra, I think it is, for Amazon to do gift wrapping. Who wouldn't do it? And when we're living in more of a digital society where you can shop online for just about anything, I think that most people would rather just go ahead and have these packages sent to somebody rather than having to wrap it themselves. I know this was something that I did for one of my friends that's out in California because I knew that we weren't going to meet up this year. Sometimes he comes home, sometimes he doesn't. This was one of those years where he couldn't. So in order to get the gift to him, I just asked for his address and I ended up sending it to him, and let me tell you what, the package itself was absolutely amazing. Roll it.
Eat a dick. Oh, that's too good.
I love jokes. Always a laugh. Also, when we're living in a digital age where everything is just digital, you could just buy the gift card and just send it to them through the email. Everything goes through the internet nowadays. As I was waiting in the waiting room for one of my doctor's appointments, I was actually listening to this older couple who were actually talking about how the Christmas spirit was dying for them. Usually they did not have their families coming around anymore. They didn't hear from their grandchildren anymore, because they didn't want to get on social media applications like that. In the process of this, they were also talking about how they didn't want to do Christmas cards because people just weren't sending them out anymore. It seems to be kind of a trend. As soon as one person drops out, then that's going to drop the amount that you're going to send out. The more that your list starts dropping, the less you're going to be sending out, and the more you're probably going to be thinking, is it really worth sending 10 cards out and doing all this effort? So I think that is one of those major reasons why Christmas cards, I think it's just going to be a thing of the past. past. The whole dark neighborhoods thing, I think, kind of goes along the lines of maybe the economy. The cost to be able to light a house and the electric bill, along with the cost of lights themselves, is just an expense I'm not sure many people justify anymore. Sure, you have those crazy people that go ahead and light up their houses like the 4th of July and always sync it up with music and stuff like that, and I appreciate those people so much. I took this one clip of one house that we went to when we were looking at Christmas lights. The people who do that are absolutely awesome. They're really dedicated to what they do. And honestly, they do show the Christmas spirit is alive and well for some people. But I also think that with us living in a lazier digital society, that we are going to eventually see that houses just remain dark and that decorating is not a thing that we usually do anymore. Because we do have to face it, people, we are living in a lazy society where technology is eventually going to take over everything that we do. Why would you want to get up on a ladder and put lights outside your house when you don't have to? That's kind of the society that we live in, and it's unfortunate as it is, that is where we're heading. We're living in a society where technology is just going to take over the mundane tasks that we usually would do. Eventually, if you want my prediction, I would say that if you look at like the AR devices, the augmented reality devices, that's probably what we're going to be looking at in the future, is everybody's house will be decorated through these AR glasses. So you could visit over at a friend's place and they would have all these DLC lights that they paid for to have on their house, and as they're not actually there, but if you see them with the glasses, you can see this huge light show. If you want honesty, that's probably where we're heading, and I wish I was joking. The current applications are is that you can have a TV on your wall, and you can see it with the glasses on, and you don't even have to have a TV. If that application already exists, there's no reason that the Christmas season couldn't be implemented into these glasses. La 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 la, technology. But I think one of the biggest factors for the Christmas spirit not happening for me is the climate. Today is the day after Christmas, and it was actually a very nice 48 degrees outside when I got off of work. It was lovely out. It did not feel like winter at all. Combine that with the fact that it wasn't a white Christmas outside and there hasn't really been much snow, it feels more like fall. It feels like it should be Halloween time, not Christmas time. Give it about another month, like into January, towards the beginning of February, and I think that the Christmas season would probably feel a little bit more accurate. Do I think that it's global warming or anything like that? I don't know. I haven't seen evidence going one way or the other. People say it's happening, some people say it isn't. I'm not going to get involved into that world. All I know is that I'm just here, I need to drive a car to work, and that's what I'm going to do. And I can't control anything beyond that. But I think so long as the snow stays away like this, nobody will ever truly get into that Christmas spirit. I mean, hell, when it's warm enough outside that you could easily play a game of golf, that is not Christmas weather. Come on. Unless you're in Florida, in which case, if you're in Florida, fuck you. Okay? We're gonna decorate our palm trees in pretty lights. Oh, hey, let's go make a snowman out of sand. Freaking people, I swear to God. Seriously, the Christmas season needs to be spent north, where it's actually snowing, not down there. But I kind of feel like those are the main factors that are coming into play with killing off the Christmas season. Is one, the weather wasn't right. Number two, people just aren't decorating as much as they used to anymore. It's more becoming too much for the older generations who really care about decorating. I feel like the younger generations don't care so much about that anymore. I feel like we're kind of turning into a capitalist society where the gift giving is more important than the actual traditions that was the holiday season. We're not so much focusing on the nativities and the stuff like that and the whole coming together as families sort of thing. It is just mainly becoming about the presents. We got to get the fancy stuff, and we gotta get the biggest and the best for everybody. Which that is something that I definitely tried to stay away from this year. Is I did not give my parents a list of what I wanted at all. I very much live a life now of where if I want something, then I basically just go and get it because I can get it. I don't rely on somebody else to give me something. Overall, it seems like the traditional Christmas values just are dying. And as sad as it is, there's nothing that can really be done to stop it. There's going to be those people that are going to stay classic and going to stay true to the original Christmas values of doing Christmas cards, and the people who will always decorate outside. I, for one, am going to be one of those people that will always carry on the traditional values. Except for the cards, I can never get behind those, and my handwriting is crap anyways. But I feel like the way things are going, the Christmas spirit is just going to evolve into mush. The world is evolving constantly, and so are the ideas and changes that we cannot control. The world is constantly evolving, and with that, traditions change as well. There's nothing we can do to control or stop these changes, we just have to go with the flow. Unfortunately, some of these changes are more personal to some than to others. And I think the Christmas spirit is just one of those things that is just going to turn and evolve into something that it never was intended to be. Who knows? I could be completely wrong, and we could be turning into a society where Christmas is going to evolve into a digital blissful wonderland. I don't know how that would happen, but who knows? Anything is possible, and we cannot predict the future. We can take guesses, but even our guesses can never be quite sure. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and conclude this episode with saying I hope that everyone had a great Christmas and holiday season, and hopefully next year we have a little bit more spirit in the air. I know for next year that I already have a list of things that I want to do, which is going to be going out and seeing Christmas lights more than once. I'm definitely going to watch more Christmas movies, and I'm definitely going to listen to a lot more Christmas music. I did pretty good this year. I made a Christmas playlist, which if I can remember, I'll link that down below. It's pretty good, but it is something that definitely is a staple with Christmas time. And no Beyonce. No Beyonce. Nah. So what did you think? Was the Christmas spirit alive and well in your family, or was it kind of lacking a little bit like mine? Let me know down in the comments below if you want. Otherwise, you can go ahead and do this poll up here in the corner. It's going to be in this corner. It's one of the corners. It's a little eye icon. Go ahead and vote on that. But anyways, that's going to do it for this episode, though, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, 2 cents, and I'll see you guys back here in the next one.